All right, welcome back, everybody. It is Tobin and Leroy right here with you on the ticket. It's time to get the vibes up here a little bit, Leroy, because it's been a dark morning with licking our wounds from the Heat loss and whatnot. So our guy Dada 5000, he joins us in studio. He has the Brawl for It All at the Rock. Brawl at the Rock is going down. His bare knuckle fighting promotion, the Trigon, making its South Florida debut. Well, I shouldn't say making its South Florida debut. It's making its South Florida debut in like an official capacity, like at a venue. It was going on in the backyards forever. Am I not right, Dada? You had your own Trigon kind of going on. It was just basically three poles and some tape.
Definitely. You know, I want to first of all thank you guys for having me. It's Dada 5000. You're now rocking with the best. Brandon Tobin on 790 The Ticket. South Florida, make some noise where y'all at.
It's good to have you in here, man. So, this bare knuckle thing, like, what have you made by kind of the craze of it? Because I went to the one that was in Fort Lauderdale a couple of weeks ago, and I gotta tell you, I feel like one thing that they missed out on that you're gonna fix is I walked in there and I looked at this bare knuckle venue, this squared circle, and I was like, this is kind of huge. Like, I don't feel like these guys are gonna be at each other's in each other's kitchen. And then I was remembering what you would say about this Trigon, and it was like, the whole point of it is confrontation. Nowhere to go. You're there stuck up right against one another. What did you make? Because I know that you were in the building for the other one, and what do you think that you're going to bring that's better than that?
Well, see, first of all, we have the mentitude, the fortitude, the longitude, and the latitude, right? So we have put together the most awesome fighting, concept ever. Everybody's going to see the method to the Trigon's madness, right? We promote confrontation. You give a person room to run, they're going to take advantage of that opportunity. We're going to cut it off. I said the other day that this ring is biblical, right?
Really?
Each corner is named. You have the Father, you have the Son, and you have the Holy Spirit, right? And when you talk about getting baptized in that ring, when these fighters get knocked out, when they come up, they're going to have a totally different outcome and perspective on life. So this is what we do. We put two and two together and we come up with something good for everybody. The real winners will be the fans in attendance on March 7th at the Hard Rock.
Man, that is something, Leroy. That's some deep. We've been talking about philosophy all morning, Dada. That's beautiful. That's a beautiful thing, man. As far as this is concerned, are you excited to have something like this down here in South Florida? This is where you grew up. Talking about the backyard brawls in Perrine, and now you have something that's gone in the damn guitar that's in the right down here in your own little native of South Florida. That's got to be huge for you.
Definitely. I'm 6'3", right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is way bigger than me. Why? Because I never made it about me. I always put on an open opportunity and created outlets for the community. And this is not just a win for bare knuckle, for backyard. This is a win for all of Southwest Miami-Dade, near and far. So it's like, I want everybody, Dade County, to come out and witness what everybody's played a part in. This is going to be monumental at the epic center for entertainment, and that's at the New Hollywood Hard Rock
Absolutely.
Hotel and Casino.
Did you ever have a time when you thought like this wasn't going to go down? Like, did you think like people weren't going to be into this because you had Dogfight must have been such a mind-blowing experience for you because you really got your story out to the world on Netflix and everybody kind of got a taste of it. But was there ever a time where you're like, man, I don't know if I'm going to be able to sell the fact that people wanted to do bare-knuckle brawling and come to watch it? Because, we were talking about this recently. It was like, it wasn't too long ago when people didn't want to watch mixed martial arts. They thought it was too brutal. And now they're getting to watch bare-knuckle brawling on the regular. And you got almost the godfather of it coming down here and displaying it for the whole world.
What's so interesting? I'm glad you brought that up. When you look at the history of bare knuckle fighting, brawling, this stuff been around since the Roman Coliseum days, right? And how I look at it, that I'm a spokesman for the movement, an ambassador for the culture. And of course, where I'm at with it right now, is light years ahead. That's why I'm Dada 5000 and we're just in 2020, right? Years ago, I seen this doing some great things when other people couldn't fathom it, right? So now they're where I'm at. You can only imagine where I'm at with it, right? So it's like this will be the next $1 billion sport. BYB Extreme, we make the weekends. bare knuckle brawls.
All right, so Dada 5000 is here in studio with us. He has his Brawl 3, the Brawl at the Rock, is coming your way Saturday, March 7th at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino. The doors open at 7 o'clock. Undercard bouts start at 8 o'clock. Who are you excited about on this card, Dada? Are we going to see what names are we going to see that we recognize?
Well, of course, you have Mike Trujillo. He's from Dogfight, and I got to say shout out to Mike. I mean, Mike is one of the most improved fighters in the backyard. I mean, this guy, he got pummeled a couple times, right?
Yeah.
And I was sitting inside the kitchen making out the card for the next show, and he gave me a call, and he said, Dada, am I going to be on the next card? I said, do you want to be? He said, of course. And I said, of course you are, because I would never give up on anybody who hasn't given up on themselves. And he is the most improved fighter in the backyard on a 9-0 run, all wins.
Dogfight was such a phenomenon. You've talked about the idea of Dogfight 2. Like, when do you think we're going to get to see that? Because I'm curious to see the next part of the story, man. Like, you've had so much, the blow up of this. You and the Kimbo fight, of course, was a monumental success ratings wise. When do you think we're going to get that second look at the story?
Well, we're looking at putting it out this year. Definitely having it finished this year. Things is going pretty good. And they're also going to be out there. Like just getting tail end footage. At the Hard Rock. So that's going to make the documentary. So we're looking to wrap that up this year, and hopefully it'll be out. Probably summer or shortly after.
Now, Robbie was telling me something interesting. So he was saying that you were doing some work with Deontay Wilder while he was down here, like a bodyguarding or something like that. Was that so? This is obviously a big publicized week for him with his big fight with Tyson Fury. What did you make of his performance? Because I thought he was going to win. I'm a big Wilder fan. I love the guy. He went out there against Tyson Fury. He had a rough night, and then is saying like he had problems with the whole costume and whatnot. What's kind of been your idea? Because I was like, man, costume. It just seemed like a rough night at the office. But you've been in there where people are always critiquing on a fight night. Everybody's got an opinion of it. What do you make of his performance, and what do you make of the fallout of it, of having to deal with that type of side of the fight where everybody's got an opinion on what you just did in the ring?
Okay, well, I definitely want to start that off by saying it will be a Wilder Fury 3. And when you look at Deontay Wilder, he has not gotten this far, by not being a competitor, a world-class competitor. And I feel like some of the fans have short-term memories. The guy is 42 wins with 42 wins with 41 knockouts.
Right.
And he was beating top-tier, guys like Ortiz and so forth, And yeah, he had an off night. They stated certain things about the costume and so forth like that. I think it was a little bit more to that happened probably before he even got, to the arena. When you talk about training, but when you're a warrior, you don't make, excuses. That's why he was saying he wanted to go out on his shield.
Right.
Just like when I was fighting back in 2016. It's like I said to myself, listen, you come in, you're not guaranteed to walk out how you come in, and that's that Warriors mentality.
And the thing is, I remember about your fight with Kimbo is like everybody had commentary to say about the both of you guys because of how that fight seemed like it was going on the surface. People didn't know what was going on under, what was happening in your body internally as that fight was going on. And I think that if they did, I don't think any of those comments would have probably happened because they didn't understand what the hell was going on with your body.
Exactly. That's why I stopped defending it. And I just want the world to pay attention to the next words that's coming out of my mouth. Dogfight round 2 is going to clear up any type of misunderstandings. Men can lie, men can make excuses, but numbers and medical, expertise, you can't dispute that. And I think that this is going to be an eye opener. This is going to be one of the most prolific and gifted documentaries of its kind. There's nothing that's on the planet that's going to be able to touch Dogfight Round 2.
So you really think that I've had a lot of debates about this with the bare knuckle brawling, which obviously you've been at the roots of it, and you think that this is going to be the next $1 billion industry, the huge next thing.
Facts.
Why do you think that is? Because I have the one thing that I have a hard time believing is that from the standpoint of you have all these guys who want to fight, right? And I can understand people wanting to go to a mixed martial arts gym as a kid or a boxing gym and stuff. But to start from the roots of it, from bare knuckle, what do you think is going to be able to draw people to say this is the place I want to go because this is going to be the moneymaker?
History, the turn of the century. Before the gloves were on, they were off. Right? Bare knuckle is just reminding MMA and boxing where they originally came from, So we're taking it back, just like afros, bell bottoms, and braids, right? This is the most purest sport, in the world. When we say, may the best man win, we really mean that. They say boxing is the sweet science. I'm going to say that bare knuckle is the sweet science because you have to think. You have, to understand that if you punch somebody incorrectly, you can hurt yourself, right? So you have to soften the body up. You have to be a technician in a sense. This is going to be the most electrifyingest sport on the planet. And on March 7th, that will be confirmed.
The sweeter science, Leroy. That's what I'm saying. We've been talking, bringing it all the way back is how it's going. You know when?
I could still kick Chuck Norris's ass.
No, man.
That's all you need to know.
No, man.
They say 80-year-old Chuck Norris could beat me.
I'm going to roll with Leroy on that one.
Thank you.
I'm going to roll with Leroy.
Hey, man.
Hey, listen.
Chuck Norris is not to be trifled with.
At 80, he could be trifled with. And
No,
he can't
man.
do nothing about it.
Trifled with, trampled over, steamrolled, bulldozer.
I don't think you realize what 80 look like.
Is there anything on fight night as far as like the theatrics of the night, like the fight production of what's going into the night, Dada? Is there anything like as far as what it's going to be like atmospheric wise?
Trigon, listen, when I say, you feel the heat down in your soul, listen, the energy, the electricity is going to be all through the air. The magic is definitely going to be inside the building. Keep one thing in mind. Boxers and wrestlers have always fought inside the squared circle, right?
Right.
MMA fighters inside the octagon. We have a three-sided trigon. And when you look at a triangle, it's always been the center of attention, the center of controversy. You know what I'm saying? Confusion. When you look at the Bermuda Triangle, right? When you look at the pyramids, people are still trying to figure out how they did that today. When you look at on the back of your money, you have a triangle on the back, not a octagon, a hexagon, the triangle is the most perfect place for hand-to-hand combat, and I'm glad that we came up with it. We debuted it on National Geographic's 8 million viewers. It was a hit, and we're going to show the world the method to its madness, and it's going to be an exciting night, and I got to plug this in. Listen, the real winners of March the 7th will not be neither one of the fighters that'll be standing there with their hand raised in victory. It's going to be the people that get a chance to come out and witness this live.